and remember that the love of fame and the desire to win a glory that shall never die have the strongest effects upon people. For this, even more than for their children, they are ready to run risks, spend their substance, endure every kind of hardships, and even sacrifice their lives. Do you suppose that Alcestis would have died to save Admetus, or Achilles to avenge Patroclus, or your Codrus to preserve his kingdom for his sons, if they had not believed that their courage would live forever in men's memory, as it does in ours? On the contrary, it is desire for immortal renown and a glorious reputation such as theirs that is the incentive of all actions. And the better a man is, the stronger the incentive. He is in love with immortality. Those whose creative instinct is physical have recourse to women and show their love in this way, believing that by begetting children they can secure for themselves an immortal and blessed memory hereafter forever. But there are some whose creative desire is of the soul, and who long to beget spiritually, not physically, the progeny which it is the nature of the soul to create and bring to birth. If you ask that, if you ask what that progeny is, it is wisdom and virtue in general. Of this, all poets and such craftsmen as have found out some new thing may be said to be begetters. But far the greatest and fairest branch of wisdom is that which is concerned with the due ordering of states and families, whose name is moderation and justice. When by divine inspiration a man finds himself from his youth up spiritually fraught with these qualities, as soon as he comes of age, he desires to procreate and to have children, and goes in search of a beautiful object in which to satisfy his desire, for he can never bring his children to birth in ugliness. In this condition, physical beauty is more pleasing to him than ugliness, and if in a beautiful body he finds also a beautiful and gracious and noble soul, he welcomes the combination warmly, and finds much to say to such a one about virtue and the qualities and actions which mark a good man, and takes his education in hand. By intimate association with beauty embodied in his friend, and by keeping him always before his mind, he succeeds in bringing to birth the children he has long desired to have. And once they are born, he shares their upbringing with his friend. The partnership between them will be far closer, and the bond of affection far stronger than between ordinary parents, because the children that they share, surpass human children by being immortal as well as more beautiful. Everyone would prefer children such as these to children after the flesh. Take Homer, for example, and Hesiod, and the other good poets. Who would not envy them the children that they left behind, children whose qualities have won immortal fame and glory for their parents? Or take Lycurgus, the lawgiver. Uh, he gave laws to Sparta, I think. And consider the children that he left at Sparta to be the salvation not only of Sparta, but one may also say of Greece. Among you Athenians, Solon is honored for the laws which he produced